You can leave.
No, Sean. She stays.
We ready?
Sure.
Wait. So how does this work? Like, is Trevor's vote inverted?
Um,
Trevor's voting for the least bad of the
I
things that he hates.
think this is going to be like the most democratic of all the tier lists because I have to
This is
consider
like-
your opinion more than mine.
But Trevor,
Well,
your
you
opinion
should do
actually
that
is
any tier list.
no. It's gonna be like the government. Like we're Congress and you're the president, basically. So I'm gonna be bitching and whining the whole time, and then you just veto everything I say.
Basically,
But if we have 2/3, we can override the veto.
Can it be Bernie
but
Sanders?
that's if the government doesn't get lobbied first, and part of that 2/3 is not.
Can I be
Hello.
Ted Cruz in a speedo?
This.
Howdy.
We have a last-minute addition to our crew.
Yo, can you hear me?
Yeah.
We can,
Yeah,
Cool,
through
I'm
Danny.
on my headset.
and it doesn't appear to be feedbacking through Danny's, so that's excellent.
Oh,
Oh,
is
you
it through
joined?
Danny's? Oh, it's
It
supposed to
actually
be through
is.
mine. I have like a mouthpiece I'm supposed to be using.
Well, we're not sure.
What about now?
No, it's great. It's great. Don't change
It's
anything.
good. Yeah.
All right.
Okay, so
Funny.
are we ready to begin?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Should I be looking at you?
No!
Trevor's stream.
Oh yeah, I'll wait for Ryan to load that.
Um.
20
Line.
minutes later.
Line. Should I press screen?
Ryan, does your screen look like my screen?
No.
Okay. Go to Trevor and
Uh-huh.
click on the live part.
Oh, join stream.
Mm-hmm.
Got it. All right. Let's do it. Hello?
Yeah.
E. E.
EA Sports.
It's in the game.
It's in the sports.
It's in the gay.
Oh, hey there, little fella. You want to reach into my pocket and get a popsicle?
I've never played this game. H1Z1.
No, I have not either.
Haven't played it, but I think I've watched enough of it to make a vote on it. I love it. B tier.
So these are games Trevor hates. So are we actually ranking these games
So
as
we
would normally
were,
rank them? And
yeah,
then-
we'd say what is our favorite, and Trevor just says what's the least bad of the games that he doesn't like. Well, he made the list, so he should know.
Right. Well, I have no opinion on this one. I haven't really played it.
I've got no opinion.
No opinion. Negative opinions.
Negative opinion. Another game where I've watched an okay amount, but no one's played it. So
Never
maybe
seen
I
it, but it
put
looks tight. I think
Let's
Trevor.
put it into.
I think
put it
Trevor
into D tier.
likes the artwork on this. I don't know. I think he appreciates it.
I would say A or B.
I would say D tier.
A for Arc.
D for Dick.
Yeah, Sean makes a convincing point. There's a giant A on it, so I think A tier.
Yeah, I think that's how Trevor would rank it too.
Yeah, I think we gotta take into account how
The
Trevor
lettering.
would vote if he had taste.
Yeah, if he actually liked games.
Yeah.
D. Now it's going to D tier because this game is garbage compared to other survival games. So
It's actually not bad because they updated it. So
what did they update exactly?
they added another island, and then a lot of the I think the matchmaking and stuff. The servers don't crash as much.
Okay, what about the taming?
What about it?
Is it any less shitty?
Yeah, it's still a pain in the ass.
I feel like it's
But-
got the same problem that most survival.
I don't give a
games
shit if
that-
they.
Most survival games that aren't Minecraft have the problem where they don't really have as much open-endedness as Minecraft does. So they just have
Or
a
they're just-
particular focus that people have to kind of adapt to or just happen to like. Otherwise, the game just has no merit to them. And Ark
It's
is one of
different
those
from
games.
Minecraft, as in it's just objectively worse than Minecraft.
I mean, again, in my opinion, yes, but most people are gonna, they're gonna swear by Ark because it's.
There's dinosaurs, Trevor.
Dinosaurs. And it's more real looking in Minecraft, but
You're not
it's got
taking
a
into
very
account the
narrow scope.
dinosaurs.
I mean, if you're an
Dinosaurs.
autistic kid obsessed with dinosaurs, this is the best fucking game ever.
I think I think it should be. I think the whole thing should be democratic, but Trevor can override us if needed because it is a list about Trevor.
That's pretty gay. You want Trevor to override us?
Override your mom.
Yeah, that's gay.
That would be gay.
Let's pray the gay away.
Yeah, because your mom's gay.
You like it.
How
Trevor
much-
likes it.
No, you.
How
This
much?
game is bad. D tier.
How much of you guys actually like this game?
I'm okay with the D tier.
Yeah.
I
I
would
would
say
play
D
it.
then. I would
I
play
would-
it in D.
I would play it, but D or C. I think
That's a good.
lot of
That's a
these-
fine compromise right there.
a lot of these games, if we have some sort of idea of it, like this one,
Uh-oh.
this looks like a solid B
Well, let's
tier.
see. What? Now, the thing I was explaining to Trevor is, when my group of friends over here, when we get bored, what we do is we just point to the person next to us and say, "You're forced to play this game." I fucking beat this shit. Put it in F tier.
I know that wherever this is, Shadow the Hedgehog is definitely above it.
Okay, true.
I
So
totally forgot
Wait,
about
wait,
Shadow
wait.
the Hedgehog.
I was gonna say, is Shadow the
my
Hedgehog in
God.
this tier list? It needs to be if it's not.
I would, yeah, I agree. I played Shadow and I loved that game, and I would actually put that in A tier, unironically.
There are plenty of
this is
other
supposed to be a
bad
list of
Sonic
games.
games that I would put over this.
Wait, are we putting them in F tier if Trevor hates them, or are we putting them in S tier if Trevor hates
I
them?
think we're
F. No, we have our own opinions, and Trevor just has to pick the least shitty out of them.
I think it's a.
The shiniest of two turds.
Oh, I got it. Okay, so we should rank them well if in S
No,
tier if
so-
they're good games.
Yeah, if they're good
Yeah.
games like Civ 5 that Trevor just doesn't
No,
like.
hold on. So the understanding that I have so far is that it's kind of like a graph diagram. So games that are S tier are games that I hate the most, but you guys as a collective like the most. If there's a few of you that don't like it or like it, then it's going to be B or C tier, and if you all don't like it and I don't like it, then it's F tier.
Oh, I got it. So that's how we should evaluate it. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we got to think of those two criteria. What do we all as a group think, and then what does Trevor think?
This is easily F tier
Because
Yeah.
it's just hilariously bad.
because it's a bugged mess. Yeah, it's shit. Everything about it is shit. Put it in F. Hurry.
A bugged mess.
You're running out of time.
A bugged mess is not the only thing wrong with it. I'll, iterate that. But we'll leave it.
It's like a very slight. Left.
So, what do you guys think? What do you guys think about the game that everyone has here, but just doesn't have installed ever?
It's a
I-
solid
I actually have never played this game and don't own this game. But just because of how much Trevor hates this game, I want to put it in S tier.
I didn't know he really hates this game. I also have not played it.
I've played it, and
S tier just based on all the jokes we make.
I would rather play Ark, and for that, I will put it in D.
I'd say
I mean, looking at what's on the list now, I'd rather play this than Sonic, and I'd rather play Ark than this. So that's why
I agree with that.
So B then?
Do it for the memes.
He's a ginger, so he gets less than one vote.
Well, then I agree with the Ginger, so that's 1.5 votes.
We rope in the 25th compromise here. So D for dead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
Never played this.
Never
Yeah,
played it.
I don't have an opinion. I have
Uh,
Advanced Warfare.
Yeah. I
I
didn't even know there was
yeah.
an Infinity. I didn't know they made Infinity War into a
Did-
video
did it-
game.
Did Infinity War have a zombies mode? Trev?
I think it did. Yeah.
Wait,
It was like a
is
weird-
this
aliens or something?
is this the old biker game where you whack people with chains and stuff?
It is.
I love this game. Right, this is the game we played all the time.
Oh,
You remember? Yeah,
This is
an S tier for us.
I'm gonna look that up and try to.
I've been looking for this game forever, and I
this
could
is
never
so good.
remember.
Mom hated.
This is like
She was
the
like, "What are you playing?"
this is the most earliest violent video game ever
Yeah,
that we played. I loved it. S tier.
yeah.
All right. What do you?
I haven't,
You know what
I haven't
we're
played it
talking about,
before,
Trevor?
so
Yeah, I've never played it.
Oh man.
It's a great game.
Kian, Yana.
And you hate this
Let-
game, Trevor?
let them have a vote
Dude,
because they have such a
yeah.
strong opinion about it.
Dude, the reviews for this game are absolute dog shit.
They don't understand the aesthetics.
Wait, okay, hold on. I think there has to be a. Maybe it's Retribution is the 2 or like we were in like an 8-bit version of the game. Is there an older version of this game?
It was just.
Okay,
It was a PS2 game that was hilarious
Okay,
for how bad it was.
Wrong game, Bri. This isn't the game we played.
Bummer. All right.
Okay, keep searching.
No, put it in.
And I
And
guess
there is a game where it's just all you do is race motorcycles and whack people
It was
with
good
chains.
to believe.
And we played that so much, and it's a computer game. Oh,
I would say a solid F tier.
no, I'd say a B. I like.
I would say B or A.
Yeah,
I would like to play this game as much as I would like to play Sonic 06, so F.
Well, I would like to play this game more than any other game on the list. So I'm gonna
I
say-
actually got pretty good at this game. This game's a good game.
I don't think it's fun for like maybe when you're playing multiplayer online because everyone's just too good. But I think it's a fun game, novel
You have
game
friends.
to play with friends when you're all equally unskilled.
I mean, for the record, that's pretty much why I don't like it. Like, there's a lot of reasons actually why I don't like it, but the main reason is just, you know, it's the same shit for however long you play it, and a lot of the people that play it are good and will smash you every time. So it's kind of tough for me to play this game and enjoy it in any sort of a long term. And then at the
Yeah.
same time, for some reason, there's a gigantic esports scene around it, and a bunch of people enjoy playing this game. So
Yeah, I like it though.
so it's
I
kind,
think-
it's kind of like Battle Royale, where it's like beyond me how so many people can enjoy a game like this, but for some reason it just is that way. So that's for the record.
I think it's a B for me.
Well, I think I'm gonna put it in C because of, you know, as a compromise to the other leads.
C for compromise.
C
Yep.
for cunt. I can't believe what you did.
Ooh.
I wanted to play this forever before.
Never played it. I don't play enough games. I'm gonna be
D tier.
this
D.
would be like maybe a B or a C if it weren't for the constant bugs and fuck ups.
And yet you played it almost every night.
Dude, every time they update it, it would break,
You played it.
and then they would fix it, and the fix would break something else.
You loved it. You kept
I would slap it in.
Love Giannis
I'd slap it in D
commentary.
tier.
And yet I have like 400 hours in it. So
I put it in C.
it's worse than Rocket League. I would say B.
It's better than Fortnite.
Better
Well,
than-
yeah, that's a pretty low standard though.
I don't know. It might
There's a
not
lot of games that are better than Fork Knife.
I put it in C.
The fuck you saying to me, little shit?
Is that everyone's assessment?
Yeah. There was a time when I really wanted to play it, but now I'm like, meh.
C. We were all good with C?
C.
Yeah.
No, but compromise.
Oof.
Ouch. Oh, this one's tiny.
S tier, boy.
Yeah.
I would say I'm pretty new to this game, but I would say S. It's good.
I would say
I
a
like it.
solid A. Yeah, I wouldn't be opposed to an S.
S. It is a
Trevor,
solid.
any overrides from Trevor?
I'll give
Trevor.
it to, on Civ 5. I'm gonna give it to you guys because out of all the Civ games, this is the only one I would actually play if I was willing to give up 2 days
So
of my life.
where would you guys rank Civ 6 then?
Probably B or
Yeah,
C.
C.
It was decent, but the AI wasn't as good and the mechanics were kind of weird. I could probably get into it.
Yeah, I
I'd
could
put
get
it. I'd
into
put
I
it at
think it's free on the Epic Store.
Yeah.
Ah, yes.
Rust.
3D
It's,
Minecraft.
yeah, 3D Minecraft.
I mean, Minecraft's 3D.
Unregulated.
The hell, you guys? That's a
I
pretty
was-
bad description.
I'd say B or A.
Really?
I
You play this
I-
game?
I haven't played it.
I very much out of all of the like Arc, whatever the one that's an N.
Like Creativerse, all of the Minecraft-esque, or just not really.
Yeah, but they're like realistic.
realistic survival games.
This I think did it the best,
Really?
or had the maybe not the best. Like I think Arc had the better idea, but this had
Well,
like the better execution.
I feel
Not to
like-
say its execution was great, but out of the like ones that I saw,
I
this
was
one
gonna
had
say Ark
yeah.
now probably has way more value in its gameplay than Rust does, but Rust has kind of stayed mostly same.
I think it might. It might. I also like stopped paying attention to the scene of game about a year or two ago. But at the time when I found them, I thought Rust. If I was to play any of them, Rust would be the game I played, and I was really interested in. So I'm going up mostly at, like I haven't played all of these games, but I'm going off of like my desire to play them or my thought of them if I've watched them a lot. And I would say I liked watching Rust gameplay the best.
I think it's an N.
Not enough people have played
I'm
it.
gonna say N as well.
All right, we'll give it an N.
Ooh.
That's unfortunate, but
Ooh. Big ol' Roblox oof.
Ah, this is this the movie or the game? If it's the
game.
movie,
Game. We're not ranking the movies here.
On the movie, co-op shooter.
I would say based on the movie, this is a solid F tier.
Yes.
Yeah, is it
I've
about-
And haven't played it.
Probably is.
Trevor, has anyone besides you played this?
yeah, I don't think it doesn't sound like anybody's
I
played
didn't
it.
even know it. I thought it, like if we can, I can rank the movie, but I can't rank the game. Ah, I have played this.
World of
I haven't even played this.
It's a W key simulator. Anybody ever played this?
I played it.
Yeah,
I would say A.
I have a pretty extensive history with it. So I started out picking a skeleton. I got to level 3 and then I quit. So I'd put it in S tier.
I'd put this in B tier
Here again.
because I see the appeal. I just don't have the like. It's not a game that I think most people practically have the time to devote. But if I was some sort of like guy on a spaceship, like in orbit, and the only thing I had going for me was like good internet, then like I'd probably get into Warcraft.
Elon Musk can probably do that for you.
Yeah, right. Like
Is RuneScape on this list?
I don't think it is.
Maybe it should be.
Nah. It's gonna be the same.
there's-
Wait, yeah, I don't know if I have a thing.
I would put it down. I'd put it down at C.
I don't really have an opinion unless you want my level 3 skeleton adventures on that.
I'd put it at C because they do have a level cap for free to play, and there are much better MMORPGs out there that like
I mean,
are free to play and have better graphics.
do we even want to rank it? I mean, I don't really want to put it in N because it's freaking World of Warcraft. Like, you guys have to have at least some sort of opinion on this game.
Yeah, I would say C. I mean, I think everyone can at least vote. Would you like to play it? Where would you like to play it?
I would say,
Compared to what we have.
jokes aside, I didn't hate it. It just wasn't my thing. So
Yeah,
You didn't have to pay a monthly subscription for it.
Originally, yes. It was a subscription model. Typically you'd pay like $50 to get a year of gameplay with it, and that's typically how people would play this game.
And so if you didn't have to do that, I'd say it's solid S tier. But
that's not what this game was, and it still pretty much isn't that. It's got it's got a bunch of paywalls.
I would just say B then.
I'd say C.
Kian,
there's a ton of free version or like free competitive games that are just as or not better.
Scorp, you there?
Oh, it's Scorp by.
If you're saying something, we can't hear you.
I heard like a.
Oh.
It's like you're kind of like one of those like gerbils that really vibrates. They don't really talk, but I just hear your vibrations.
Trevor, put it in C.
Put it in C. Just to move things along.
He's struggling to speak. Oh,
He's vibrating. He's a chihuahua.
He's buzzing.
Oh, Diamond and Pearl.
What the fuck is this?
The actual, like, in my opinion, best Pokemon games, S tier.
No, it says the complete season.
Okay, I meant to get the games Diamond and Pearl, not the TV show. But
okay, well, if we're ranking the show, it's a B. If we're ranking the game, S tier.
How many people have played Diamond and Pearl?
I would say
I have.
A or B.
What do you not like about Diamond and Pearl exactly?
I mean, I don't want to say I didn't like it. It's just from then on, it was difficult for me to enjoy Pokemon anymore because there was so much about it that just didn't feel original.
Yeah, it became almost overwhelming.
I would say Gens 1 through 4 were pretty similar in a lot of ways. So, you know, I think it's not my favorite genre. I mean, my favorite not genre. What am I getting at?
Game in the series.
Generation, yeah. Not my favorite generation, but I mean, it's better than a whole bunch of these games that have been listed so far. So I would probably put it in A.
This is my favorite generation, having played Gen 3, and that's most people's favorite. I think this beats it just because there's more multiplayer stuff with the whole Underground. So
the Underground was so much fun, to be honest.
Yeah,
but I played that so much.
Oh.
The new one?
Yep.
Oh, I didn't play it.
I didn't play it. Had no interest in it.
I played it for a little bit. I didn't like it, so
I played the first one.
I'd say D tier. I mean, they could add a lot to it. Personally, I think
there's that bad now, but
are you saying you have to go to bed?
Well,
no. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and for nobody wants you, Star Wars. No.
So this is the actual game, and this is not the Arma mod or anything, right? Just DayZ.
Yeah.
Oh, the standalone. Oh, yeah.
I played the mod. I haven't played the full game.
The mod was
the release.
I mean, we can rate
the mod was the mod. Okay, well, the mod I would say is C.
Should we rate the mod or the game?
I mean, who's played the game? Sounds like not too many people play the game, but everyone's played the mod, or most people have played the mod.
The mod's a C. There's a lot wrong with it, but it was kind of fun. So
It was like fucked up, but it was a charming kind of fucked up.
Yeah.
I had a lot of fun with it. I would say like a B, despite all the bugs. B for bugs.
Yep. I'd say C for cunt.
So
I don't know.
Damn it, Tyler, why is it funny when you say it?
Because it's his voice, Sean.
It's like a deadpan voice.
It's the build up. You gotta have the build up for it. You gotta go like 2 days without it. Now this game.
No Man's Sky.
More like no.
Or like F.
I'm actually I'm re-intrigued by it, seeing what they did for the updates. So I put that in a B, but haven't played it yet because I don't play much single players.
so no one's played it.
Not really.
Oh, I was originally going to buy it when it first got released, and I heard bad things about it, so I didn't buy it. And then they're like, "Hey, we fixed the bad things," and I'm like, whatever.
It's good.
I'd give it an A.
It's pretty good.
It's an A, solid A.
This is a opening mailboxes and taking things simulator.
Yeah, and finding ammunition toilets simulator.
Getting shot at simulator, yeah.
Yeah, I didn't like it, but I would defer to people who did like it. You
The
know?
gameplay is pretty fun. The only thing I don't like about it is it feels kind of repetitive at times.
Yeah.
Didn't play.
Art style.
Oh yeah, the shaders with the outlines. Yeah.
To me, the art style is the only redeeming thing about it. Everything else is mediocre, and then the gameplay is completely repetitive. Especially Borderlands 2 and 3.
There's a third one. Whoa.
I would say D personally, but if you guys think higher, then we can go.
The pre sequel.
Yeah, it's a 3, 2.
I say
A.
It's good.
Score says A.
A, yeah.
Who's voting
Celebrity Paul Walker and Knuckles, the pre sequel.
featuring Dante from the Devil May Cry series.
Yeah.
A? Is anybody going to argue with A?
No.
Yes. I mean, no.
Fuck them. I don't know what that
What
is.
the hell is that?
Isn't this the inferior Overwatch?
Ah,
Well, I haven't played it because I already got invested in Overwatch, so N.
Yeah.
I
feel like-
remember watching some gameplay of this, and it looked pretty cool, but I don't know how the execution actually went. I'm guessing not so well.
The reason I hate it is because they promised a lot of things, and then the devs basically just abandoned it after a bunch of small incidents, which kind of left it to rot. And then they just reaped money off of the paywalls for a short time before the game kind of became forgotten and filled with tryhards. So, yeah, very convoluted but shameful history.
Yeah, it sucks, because that was a pretty good idea. Like, it was
It's
a...
been for this one.
Haven't played it.
nope. No opinion.
Oh,
Hmm,
pretty good.
2D Minecraft.
Ah,
It's not exactly Minecraft.
1D Minecraft.
Now you
Fuck
go
off.
down and then back up.
Yeah, that's 2 directions.
Nah, it's the one direction. You only go down and up. That's all I heard.
I'd put it in B. What do you guys think?
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Or,
Yeah.
And
It's decent. It's decent.
It's unique.
Unique.
It's fucking unique, dude.
It's
Find me
not.
another area.
I
This
think
is
it's,
what we're here for.
I think it is.
So, B? Everyone's saying
Well-
B?
Yeah. Yeah. B for
I have to agree with Trevor. Unique. Steam recommends like 5 games just like Terraria.
But this was the OG 2D Minecraft.
And when are we gonna get a 1D
That's what
Minecraft?
I'm saying.
Yeah, I
Or
want.
what about a 4D Minecraft?
So, who? All right, it's clear now that not everybody is voting B. So, what are we put? Where are we putting it?
B. Trevor, you can
B.
override it too.
I have no opinion really.
B.
B.
B. B. B. B.
I'm
I
hearing
hear
mostly
more
B,
Bs
so
than not.
it goes in B. Dang.
Gotta keep that bell curve.
Ooh, Nelly.
Okay. Okay, so this.
Played 5, not 4.
Oh, is this 4? Or is this 6?
Yeah.
I forget the Roman numerals.
4.
4.
Civ 4.
I think this is a
Hey.
good one.
I put this in A. Civ 5 did a little bit
Yeah,
better,
I agree with putting it below Civ 5.
but this was like the best. I think I think it's like a contender between 4 and 3. Before Civ 5 came along, and I think Civ 5 just fixed multiplayer, and that's why it's good. But in terms of like my favorites, I think it's either 4 or 3 for single player.
Yeah, Civ 5 fixed a lot of the shortcomings of Civ 4. Like, it was way too easy to like stack like 70 of the same unit in a single tile, and then Civ 5 you can't stack units.
Yeah, but I kind of liked that as like a single player sandbox. Like I think like Civ 5 fixed multiplayer, but when you were just messing around,
Yeah.
I think it was fun. Like always the mechanics change, but like it was a fun mechanic for single player. But I remember trying to do multiplayer on this, and it was kind of a nightmare because like you could only do pass and play, really, or play with like I don't know, like playing online with people. It was like you would play and it would send it to them, and then you had to keep the game running. But like you couldn't do like you had now with like the live turns where everyone does it at once or something. So games actually did take 2 days.
So,
And
Hey,
D.
And
Brian.
Apparently.
I put it in like B or A. My memory's so bad because all I play is Civ 5 now, but I just know it was a fun game that Trevor never played.
Yana.
Well, I haven't played that one.
What?
Sorry. Yeah, I've only played.
Ah, that puts us neck and neck for N.
just
Four.
rate it, I'd say.
It's B.
Throw it in D, Trevor.
What?
Trevor, you've played it, so you.
I have played it, but I mean, if I had my way, I'd be,
Well,
they'd all be an F.
This is Trevor's F tier list that we're ranking. Ah,
Yes,
Oh,
go. I've heard Trevor complain about this. Dang.
And
N,
D.
N or D.
D.
that's
Generic and full of tryhards, so D.
full of my
I
people.
played this game the other day, and it was way more janky than I remembered.
It's a source engine game. That's why. For some reason, everyone has this intrigue of the source engine actually being a decent game engine when it's actually shit. I don't understand.
how do you really feel, Trevor?
Should have said that.
You just triggered Yana so hard.
Should have said.
You tinker with Hammer, Yana?
You should have said.
You find Hammer interesting?
Nah, I don't. I tried it like once. I don't know what
Hammer's
it does.
Hammer's terrible. If there's anybody out there watching who uses Hammer and likes it, you have something wrong with you mentally.
But what is Hammer?
Hammer's
like,
it's the
dictate tool.
it's basically the map editor for Source.
Oh. Yeah. I rate it an N or an S.
D.
Wow.
D.
Yeah, probably D.
Danny,
Yeah.
Danny,
Only because I would rather play this than Sonic, and that's it.
Yeah.
It's above Rocket League.
Anybody else? Or we just got N from everybody else? I think
I
we have
played it.
enough votes to give it B?
I can live with C. It's okay.
B.
Yeah, B. I was saying. I thought everyone was saying D. Who went above C?
So wait, Danny, you said D?
I said D.
Okay, because
I said D as
I
well.
thought Tyler was the only D.
No, I thought everyone was D. What? What?
Isn't so I haven't played it, but isn't this basically just Warcraft 3 all over again
This is Blizzard.
without some features?
This is Blizzard Warcraft 3 monetized edition.
No.
So didn't it remove some features that people liked?
I don't know. I think
The modding is not as good.
the lighting is not as good.
Modding.
Oh, the modding. Well, yeah, that's
So if it's the same thing that I gotta buy again that removes features, I'd say, well, I'd still put it in A because it's still Warcraft 3, but it doesn't get S like regular Warcraft 3.
So you would play this today rather than just opening up Warcraft 3 and playing that.
Me?
Yeah.
No, I'd rather play the original, not this one.
Yeah, well, why would you put it in A then?
Because it's pretty much the same thing, except slightly worse.
Yeah, I heard it was like halfway between like just a remake of the previous game and trying to add in some new features, and they didn't really do either very well.
I'd put the original in S. I'd put this in A because
I don't hate the original. I hate this one because it's infringing on the original so hard for the sake of money that it's not even funny.
Well, I know that. I'm just
Look how
rating the
big
game
that
by
armor
itself.
is, Trevor.
So I'm just trying to say, why would you even play it at all?
It's probably an
I'm
N.
rating the game alone, not just the concept or the shittiness behind it.
I think it's an N.
Because I would put Warcraft, even though this is your F tier list, I mean, this is not my F tier list.
Hashtag not my F tier list. You preach, Tyler, preach.
Yeah. I'd put old Warcraft 3 in S, and I'd put new one in A. Just the gameplay and the game itself alone, not the shittiness behind it.
Because I would put Warcraft 3 in S, and I would put this in whatever is even below F tier, because this is so insulting and so horrible to the old original game. It doesn't really add anything brand new or really good. Like, it doesn't incentivize you at all to play anything other than the original.
Well, I will say I'm never gonna buy it, so unless they fix things up and improve things.
So I'm not rating Warcraft 3. I'm rating this.
I know.
So, I mean, you going on the basis of rating it higher because it happens to be Warcraft 3. I'm just saying that that's, you know.
I mean, has anyone else besides Tyler got any sort of opinion on it? Because otherwise, it's an N anyway.
N.
I think it's an N.
Shame.
Oh, Coaster Tycoon.
I haven't played this one.
I haven't either.
F. Hey, wait, no, I played that one.
Has anybody else besides Kian and Yana played it?
I guess not.
You know, for the sake of fairness, we probably do have to put it in N.
No, we could put it in F, just if
I'm okay
they
with
seem
that.
to have a strong opinion.
I mean, I think if you guys agree.
I don't rank Roller Coaster Tycoon high regardless.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not a bad game, but there's a bunch of other stuff I'd rather play.
Oh,
Yeah,
oh, baby.
This is boring.
Fuck me up. No, you just have boring.
I'd put
We're
it in
gonna do
D.
B for boring.
I'd put it in D. I tried to play it, I downloaded it, and I didn't understand it.
It's because you got a small baby brain.
Yeah, but, like, I can't help that, Yana, so, like, what am I supposed to do?
I would say B.
I didn't enjoy it, so it's in D. I have a small baby brain.
I put in B for baby brain.
Dude, it's so fun if you get like the right people who know what the fuck they're doing, who have galaxy brains and can roleplay with you. It's fucking amazing.
I knew you were into role playing, Yana.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, baby.
C tier? Is that the consensus?
Sure.
I guess so. Everyone's all over the place with this one.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, I played this. I thought it was a lot of
Played
fun.
Team Fortress
Cool
2
mechanics.
Blizzard Edition.
Uh,
I'd say B.
I've not played.
I'd
B
put it
or
in.
C.
I've played it a lot. I'd put it in A. It's pretty good. The only bad thing about it is the matchmaking, and the matchmaking kind of ruins some of the aspects of the game. But I think the gameplay is pretty good. There's a lot of room for skill and strategy and whatnot. I like it.
Yeah, I'd say A or B.
TF2 for girls. I don't like it.
B.
Yeah, I don't know. B or C for me. But if it goes in A, I'm okay.
F.
Ooh,
Fortnite.
S, S,
What?
S.
Oh, fuck.
I played the game, and I mean, it wasn't that bad.
You can use a pickaxe. It's just like Minecraft.
Yeah,
So.
I've played the game and it was pretty bad. So let's put it in F tier.
Let's compromise and put it in D tier.
I'd be actually okay with the D tier. I don't think it's as deserving as hate as like some of the games that could be.
I
on
know.
this list.
I'd kind of rather play roller
In,
coaster tycoon.
in some ways, I'd rather play Sonic 06 than Fortnite. And in some ways, I'd rather play Fortnite than Sonic 06. So
Yeah,
that's why I'm saying F tier.
I would rather play Fortnite than probably most games in C tier.
I'd rather start up a World of Warcraft account again.
Yeah. Honestly,
I mean,
I'd rather give Rocket League a little try, I guess.
I'd rather drink some Pop Rocks than play Fortnite. So
pop rocks and bleach. Yeah.
yeah.
What is that?
Espionage. Ooh.
ooh,
I would say B.
Yeah.
Solid B.
Oh.
Going off the logo, that looks like something that would be cool, but I've never heard of
That's
it.
a good one.
It's a quick flash game or like a Jackbox party game.
Yeah, Jackbox.
It ain't the one you go to, but I
It
would say
wasn't bad, but Jackbox overall is kind of fun. So
Yeah. They
See,
generally
it
have
was
good
okay.
games. Yeah.
There were better games. I'd say B or C.
yeah.
I think the average of all Jackbox games would probably be at a B.
Yeah.
I mean, this is the only one I hate. That's why it's on here, and why Jackbox Party Pack 3 or whatever this is on here. Because all those.
Yeah,
are
they're all
insane.
the way up to Jackbox 6.
Yeah, they've made a Party Pack 6. It's pretty insane. Like you can buy all 6 for $200 or something crazy.
I own the first 4 and I paid 15.
Okay, Mr. Humble Bundle. Or
I would say B or
I was
C.
gonna say G2A.
B or C. No, I got it on Humble Bundle. They had like a 1-day
Alright.
sale. They're super cheap.
so N.
I think I might have
B.
almost gotten that one.
No, B or I think
Oh, B.
who hasn't played Espionage?
Yeah, I'd say B.
B or C.
B.
B.
B. B.
B. I'd rather play it than everything in C there.
Yeah.
F.
S.
This is a game that a bunch of grandmas play, basically.
Yeah.
It's like not a bad game in
Do
itself.
you hate your grandma, Tyler? Do you hate
Yes.
your grandma?
Yes.
I would say
Then
B.
put Candy
Yes.
Crush in F. If
Because she
you hate
plays
your
Candy
grandma,
Crush.
if you
Yeah,
hate
she-
your grandma, then put Candy Crush in F.
I say B.
I hate her because she plays Candy Crush. Put it in F tier.
I'd say B. I think it's a game I'd rather play than CSGO.
Yana's offended.
I've never actually played it. Have you, Alan?
No, I've never played it. My mom plays it though, so
Huh.
it's pretty good.
Yeah, right.
I started
How could you
playing
not
Candy
put it in
Crush
Sonic 06 tier?
so I could show my mom I was better than her.
It's not a bad game. It's just a meme. Oh, A.
S.
A.
Like a B, I guess.
Shut up. Shut up. All you guys put Almond Joys in F tier. So this is
I
going to
put
be.
this in F tier. I don't like it. But I think also Trevor doesn't like it. So does that make it go to D tier?
All these games Trevor doesn't like.
Yeah, but I also don't like it a lot.
I'd say
What do you guys think of
I-
right click simulator?
no.
The only reason I'm half decent at this is because I grew up with RTS games and I got the mechanics down. So other than that, it fucking sucks. I put it in D tier.
I'd say B.
Okay, yeah, I'd say B or C.
I put it in B.
B.
Let's compromise on C. Or compromise on F tier.
Yeah.
We'll compromise on S
Uh,
for stick it in your ear.
Like not as good as Modern Warfare 2.
You know what this
But-
game makes me think of? Makes me think of Devon, Trevor. And this is around the time that
S.
Devon devolved into video games and anime, and that's it. And yeah,
man, that's unfortunate. Hi, Dad.
but also this game fucking sucked at the same time.
It was Modern Warfare 2 too.
This is
They
around
didn't- they
the
didn't do
downfall of Call of
anything.
Duty, really.
They didn't do anything. They just made
This ga-
a whole other Call of Duty with the same exact resources and visuals and engine and everything. They just,
this game represents the downfall of Call of Duty right here.
I mean,
It's
I
the
wouldn't say
mascot.
that, but I would say it represents the beginning of the fall of Call of Duty. I would
Well,
say.
yeah, exactly. That's what I was getting at.
Oh, okay, well,
I'd say C.
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 You actually like this game?
D.
Well,
D.
okay. No.
D
I'm not.
because
I would C for me is I would play it like
Okay, where does it line up against these games here? Would you play it against
I-
PUBG?
D.
yeah, I'd play it. I'd play it about the same as I would play PUBG or CS:GO. I'd play it probably before Fortnite or Candy Crush.
Kian, Yana?
I really wish Candy Crush was in F tier,
And
but this belongs in D.
I'm okay with a D. But I'm just saying I would put it in C.
Sean?
N.
Ryan, where would you place this? You played it. Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3.
Oh shoot! I really like that game.
What?
I kind of suck at it though, so I'd put it in B.
You can put it in your butt.
So it averages
Fun,
it
though.
around.
You got a kill streak. There was nothing in the world like in a kill streak. Oh no, that's Modern Warfare 2.
Yeah, no, this is 3.
I
They-
barely
they-
played 3.
They have kill streaks in Modern Warfare 3. Well, they still have them now, but
Yeah,
so
There's
do you
nothing like
distinctly
that
remember
OG to-
3? I'll just put it in N. I kind of want to move things along here, and
Yeah, that's fine.
Oh,
I
F.
didn't know 4 games were going to be on here. S tier, but D.
Oh, F.
that's tier. I'm
Is
playing
this-
it right now as we
Is this
are on.
Ryan's playing it right now.
is this literally just the board game and video game version?
Yeah.
Okay, well
F.
I put it in C.
S.
Then
S.
F.
Is on F.
C.
F.
C.
We got 3 S's, 1 C, and 1 F. It's an A.
How is this in the same fucking place as Overwatch?
Yeah, why did Overwatch get so high there?
Because it's good, and Catan is average.
Yeah, fuck Catan.
Catan is very accessible and good and still fun.
Fuck that
What?
game.
What is this, Trevor?
The fuck is this?
No
What the heck is this? This is some Bionicles ass like game.
Is that Minecraft?
Do you guys want to see my Bionicle collection?
Is it really just your dick?
Oh,
How about F tier?
Ideologically,
I'm okay with an F. If everyone's okay with
Everything
an
about this is F tier. In some ways, I'd rather play Sonic 06. In some ways, I'd rather play Fortnite.
In some ways, I'd rather cut off my testicles.
Pretty good.
Pretty good.
Yeah, this was a pretty.
Yeah, pretty good.
I mean,
Well,
at least the one version was.
I liked the value. I haven't gotten all the games yet, but I like the value.
I don't have it. I don't know what you don't like about it, Trevor.
You don't
I'm-
have it, you need to get it.
Yeah, wait, Trevor.
Well, then-
Yeah, wait, Trevor, why is this on here? What don't you like about it? Is it just the fact that the engine's like a huge ass game and they haven't released it all yet?
They are monetizing a PC port of a game that was basically made in the beginning for PC anyways. It's
Yeah,
but like,
there's so much
right.
wrong with what they did.
But the multiplayer is like playable now. It was so glitchy and fucked before.
But they were still asking $50 from you months before they figured that out.
Yeah, that's fine.
Who else can get away with that?
Hey, look.
It is to port like an old game to like a new engine and like set up new servers.
It's Microsoft. They have all the money in the world, and they could have done that in way less time and on a much better time scale. But they took $50 from you, promising you, "Hey, we'll have all 4 games out eventually on PC," which is just probably a few code banks away from what the game originally was, because it was made originally for PC anyways. I don't know. I just really, really was ired by the principle of what they did selling this game to you.
I still say it's a good game, S tier.
Yeah, S tier.
So, I don't care about capitalism, just
Nope.
I mean,
give me that
nah.
S tier.
Like, I own the game and I would like to play the game.
I already paid my
So-
$50. I'm willing to forego all of the empty promises that Microsoft spoon-fed
No,
me.
like,
Yeah.
I bought it for Halo CE. I got Halo CE. I
Yeah.
paid less than, I'm not going
and,
based on what I
several
paid.
months
I don't think I
later.
paid full price $50 for the game. I'm pretty sure I paid like 12 or whatever I could get off G2A. So like,
Trevor, you can't play multiplayer Halo CE, the original version, with anyone besides a bunch of Brazilians. And the Brazilians are trash.
I mean,
Why are Brazilians so bad at playing video games?
I appreciate that it exists, and I now own the game and would like to play the game.
I do
So
too.
therefore, it's
I
a
just
good
feel
game.
like the way Microsoft went about it there was so much wrong with it.
Yeah, but I wouldn't rank the game lower because of that. The game itself is a great concept and a great idea.
Months
Like,
before this came out, someone made probably one of the funniest and best mods for Halo C I've ever seen. And I sent it to Kian.
Yeah, that was amazing.
The Christina one?
Yeah.
Throwing
The Inferno Gamers cursed mod. But alright, we're gonna put this in S tier?
yeah.
Because I'm actually okay with that.
Oh. Why'd you whinge so hard?
The principle.
Because this is Trevor's F tier. We're just ranking Trevor's F tier of games.
By the way, we're in the last 4.
What?
Oh, S.
And
No opinion.
It was mediocre at best. B or C.
Okay, I enjoyed it. A. Multiplayer was pretty good. S.
3D Minecraft.
How about D tier?
I mean, I like it. I like the CS:GO version of this more than CS:GO.
So what does it say about CS:GO?
I don't know, but I'll put it in N or F.
Put it in D. For Dingus. Next to Grandma's stupid ass Candy Crush.
What is this League of Legends, but not?
This is League of Legends, but with Risk of Rain controls.
This is 3D League of Legends.
What?
And
Yeah.
it's I'd toss it in D tier as
I
well.
don't like it. And or D or something bad.
Who's buzzing?
Your
That
mom.
was me.
Yeah, mum.
Stop.
Yeah, what is that, Dean?
Oh. I had a call. Never mind.
Us?
So I haven't played this, but Knuckles
Oh.
is there, so it's S tier.
I think Trevor really likes this game.
Sonic Team Racing, that's just like Sonic All Stars Racing Transformed, right? So that's like an okay game.
It's got to be okay at least, right, Trevor? I mean, I
Yeah,
haven't played
Sonic.
it.
And it's got Knuckles.
Mm,
I
I don't
don't
even
even know
think
And
what
Sonic All
Knuckles.
Stars
Trevor's
Racing got
talked
Knuckles.
about.
no.
N for me, I haven't played it.
Yeah, it's gonna go in N, but just think of Sonic All Stars Racing Transformed, but better visuals, and then every single other thing about it, everything is worse.
Well, I heard better visuals, so that sounds like probably
That
pretty
sounds like
good.
S tier material for me.
Yeah.
And that is our tier list.
Boom,
Hey, hey,
chakalaka.
So,
hey, Trevor, don't you think that we should give Trevor a chance to override any of the N's down there?
I don't think
So
it
this
makes
is his F
sense
tier.
unless like you guys would have a strong opinion on one or the other video games.
Well, Trevor, it is your F tier after all. I think this is a special case here.
Yeah, I am interested. Trevor gets to rearrange
Yeah,
all the
I
N's.
want to see. I want to see Trevor rearrange
Based,
them.
I'm gonna
based on the tier list we've made, you have to place the N's within this tier list. So,
Well, at
like,
least
keep in
on-
mind, if you put Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3
Then we
at,
got to
like,
start
F-
all over again.
No. If you're putting Call of Duty, like, Ultimate F tier, you're essentially saying Fortnite is better than Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3.
So we're doing the tier list basically, but I'm doing a tier list in front of you guys of like what I think all these games belong in.
No,
Those
just the
ends.
N.
The
Just the
ends.
N.
Yeah,
Based,
taking
yeah.
the ends and putting them in the tier list.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
which ones are better than what games, or what
Yeah.
I'd rather
Mhm.
play.
You have, since you sat out the whole time, you have the final say on all the ends.
That's like kind of rough because I hate all these games.
I know. That's
Well,
the,
S is like F plus, and then F is like F minus.
yeah.
Think of it that way.
just move them all into F.
No, he can't do that because then he's saying Katana is better than all of them.
Why is Catan even an A? I think as a board game, it's a C tier board game.
No.
Yeah,
This is good tier.
It's a trash game.
No
Good
way.
game.
It's so good. I'm trying to qualify.
There's so
But I
many
am
better
strong
board
as a
games
bastard.
out there.
It's such a trash game.
There's so many better board games like fucking Shoots and Ladders, Keen. Fucking fuck you.
Like Monopoly. I'd rather get anxiety from Monopoly.
Anybody play Sorry?
Yeah,
No.
Sorry is
What about
such a better
Clue?
game. Or Trouble.
Just like basically every turn, just say the same one. Is it the purple lady with the pipe? And then,
Colonel Mustard in the living room with the candlestick.
all right.
Hey, we're saving this shit for board game tier lists.
So,
Shut up.
I guess I'd have to put. I'll put Rust in D because all battle royales just belong in F. Period. Battlefront 2, I will never
Dude,
play.
Is Minecraft the battle royale by that logic?
This is just a laugh to play, but I would eventually probably want to stop because it's just so cringy. And of course, the CODs are the only games that I would probably tolerate playing for even, 15 minutes. So of course they're probably gonna go higher up.
F plus.
I think No Man's Sky, I would be willing to do a YouTube video on like what's wrong with it, so I could play it for that, like do quite a bit of gameplay doing that. This was just basically pay to win simulator. This is just absolute moral like just this is trash. This is a example of why humans are so terrible. Killing Floor is basically it's weird because it's like it feels like it's a Source engine game, which would make it terrible, but it's also terrible, and it's not a Source engine game, which is kind of like an intriguing thing to me almost. So I would put it almost in C tier. I think I'll still put it in D tier. Lawbreakers, it's still fun to play. It's just full of tryhards and has a troubled history. So this is just a laugh. So I probably would play it for a while. And this I would put in A because I would definitely play it over all these games and still would play the CODs, even though they're the worst CODs known to man. But I would probably play the CODs above Sonic Racing, at least right now. All right, there you go. There's your curious
Yay, Trevor!
distribution of. Yeah. Let me see here. I think I would actually play a lot of these games like above each other. Like I would probably be willing to play Ark for a little bit of time above playing Fortnite. The only one I don't really want is like Terraria and DayZ. Oh, Civ 4. Yeah, I would definitely never ever want to play Civ 4 in my entire life. So it would definitely I wouldn't want it in B as far as like what I would be willing to try. And these games I actually like, I just don't have a notion to play them. Well, Halo I will play anytime. I just really hate what Microsoft did. I don't know.
So you're saying there's a chance to get you to play Civ 5?
I would have to
Definitely.
be. It would have to be a separate existence or a separate timeline where I just have an absurd amount of time on my hands and nothing better to do with my life.
So we get you high.
So like August?
So like now.
No, he's got a job right now.
Like,
But like in a month.
There has to not be better games than Civ 5 for me to play. For me to play Civ 5, and because there are better games that exist that are more fun in less time for me to play, I will never play Civ 5. But Civ 5 is very close to me wanting to play it. Much more so than the other Civ games.
But Trevor, I'm only going to spend like an hour and a half on each of my turns, not like 2 hours.
Yeah, and I'll probably. I was trying to think of something funny, but lost my train of thought.
Still play a whole game of
I'll probably have Minecraft open at the
Probably
same time
beat
as
Sonic
Civ
06.
5. Or Sonic 06, yeah.
I gotta jump off, but good tier list, guys.
Alright.
Yeah.
We'll do another one. Let us know.
Cat. Sleep?
No.
Wait, who the fuck left?